没有，他也要来南面，我们要赶快抢。好，他去北栋，你赶快去你的下一栋，然后我现在来看他去北栋的哪一栋。哦，干，这边这个车库也有人了。北栋他去了哪一栋？
他去了右边那栋。
好。
干，他打我了。他打不到我。
我去追他。我把灭掉了 ，OK， 我这个已经灭掉了。然后刚才去哪一栋？他刚才去北边哪一栋？右边这一栋。好，我现在去蹲他。你赶快找到一把枪，然后赶快过来帮我。赶快去找，因为我已经蹲住他了。OK， 嘘，安静，我现在讲不行。跳下来 ，1 2 3， 到 ，OK， 安心点。
Hey guys, welcome to the most detailed, highly comprehensive PUBG tutorial for noobs and pros alike. I'm your host, SquadMasterBitch. By now, I'm pretty sure you're familiar with the number 49, but unfortunately, this will be my last time mentioning my world solo ranking in Season 5. Instead, guess who ranked number 17 on Season 8? That's right, it's yours truly, SquadMasterBitch myself. Enough bragging. Let's start off by answering the chapter quiz from Chapter 4. In my opinion, the defender did not utilize the element of surprise by hiding to the side of the door. As he shows his body at the doorway, I only have a small area to aim, and as I walk backwards onto the stairs, I'm pretty much at a standoff against him. For this video, I would say we both have a 50-50 advantage, but if the defender hid behind the door, it would be a 75-25 advantage towards him. Now let's pick up where we last left off. I'm going to do a quick walkthrough of the unit building, and I want you to pay attention on how I walk up the stairs and exit the building. There are 2 rooms and a balcony on both the first and second floor of the unit, and it could be the hardest building to breach in a solo environment. There are 3 positions that I like to use, and each have their own advantages. Since you now understand the concept of choke point, it'll be much easier to explain how it works. Now please pay attention on how I exit from the balcony. Normally, players will walk up the stairs and peek through the stair rails. But, did you notice this guy crouching at the corner? Position 1 is on the side of the stairs and peeking, where he has maximum safety while attacking. If he tilts, it will be too late when you see it. Also, it's much harder to attack him since he's behind a bunch of rails. Using strategies requires you to plan against what normal players would normally do, and a lot of players walk into this wall while turning this corner. When using a choke point, it's always best to combine it with the element of surprise. In this video, I tracked the enemy's looting pattern and went 3 houses ahead of him to wait for him. So, does this technique work on experienced players? Here's a video of me trying to breach position 2, where the enemy is positioned at the end of the stairs. 2 things happened right here. Let's watch it in slow-mo. First, as you can see from the enemy's view, I was exposed to him much earlier than I could see him. Secondly, as I stepped onto the platform over there, it levitates my crosshair, making it hard for me to aim. I'm fully aware of the player and the position, but even so, it is still hard for me to breach a choke point. Position 3 is here out on the balcony peeking into the stairs. It is especially useful when both players are aware of each other's existence. It takes a little practice to find the perfect timing. As I mentioned earlier, normal players tend to put their focus on peeking through the stair rails, and that is the timing you need to capture to peek and spray. In Chapter 4, I mentioned that the audible distance of footsteps are roughly 2 houses, and you would be able to tell if there are any enemies on the south side once you reach the first unit, because no matter how fast the enemy loots from east to west, he wouldn't be able to finish the second unit before you enter the first. Vice versa, no matter how fast you loot the big garage, it wouldn't be faster than looting a small garage and a shit shack. The unit is probably the hardest building to breach, so as I get close to the second unit, I pay attention to the enemy's footsteps. Once I identify that the enemy is in the unit, I position myself to the wall over here. Instead of risking the fight at the choke, I have a better option which I could easily take him out while he leaves the building. Do you still remember I've asked you to pay attention on how I leave the balcony? Basically, we all try to scout the widest angle before we turn to the other side, which we couldn't see from the balcony. And knowing that would give us the second advantage. The first advantage happens when the player lands. There will be a short animation preventing them from attacking or holding their weapon. The second advantage, as I mentioned earlier, is that players tend to face you with their back as they leave the balcony, making them the easiest target. Now, walling and locking are very similar concepts. The only difference is the level of aggressiveness. While walling is used more defensively to minimize the risk from surrounding enemies, locking is used more offensively when you're sure that you're in a 1 versus 1 situation. Let's cut to the chase. When you're attacking the north side of Hometown, you can lock the enemy by positioning yourself at this corner. At this corner, you can cover the most number of exits from the big house, and you're out of the enemy's sight. Once you're at an advantageous position, you can even use a pistol to take on an enemy. As for the element of surprise, the rain can give you cover for most of your footsteps when you approach. When you try to run towards the corner and lock the enemy, most likely the enemy will try to attack you too. When this happens, don't panic and follow through with the strategy. Once you get to this magic corner, you'll have all the advantage you need to take them out. And if you have a nade, you can use it to assist your attack. Most likely, it wouldn't kill the enemy, but it could give them a great deal of pressure and make them panic. The goal in Hometown is to receive all loots in this area, and you should build the mindset of cleaning an area, no matter how long it takes. I once locked an enemy for 2 full circles and finally killed him. That is one rewarding kill. Now I taught you how to lock an enemy, but how do you counter an enemy from locking you? The first thing is sound. Did you hear him? He's right here. That was the old patch before vaulting. In the new patch, enemies can escape from the lock by vaulting through this window. So here comes the chapter quiz. What should you do if the enemy escapes from an exit you didn't cover? Please leave your answer in the comment section, and I'll provide my opinion in the next chapter. There you have it, guys, the 5th chapter of a series of videos to help you understand all aspects of PUBG. Walling and locking is a very useful technique which you should try out at your next game. Leave me a comment if you pulled it off. Please like and subscribe to my videos and channels. This is SquadMasterBitch. I'll see you at the next chapter.